What's up guys, it's Pierce, Fender Garage. We're getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails about our swap kits. A lot of you guys are wanting some for maybe a truck we don't offer a bolt-in kit for, or a Mustang 2 aftermarket cross member, something like that. But what we do have is a universal Coyote mount swap kit. Right here we've got an example of one of our pre-made swap kits. This is a bolt-in application for a 1976 4x4 F-150. And if you come in close, you can get a good look. We've got the motor mount. This is kind of a mock-up of how your perch is going to be welded to your boxed-in frame rail. If you get in here closer, you can get a look at that and see what it looks like. You're going to get your perch, a motor mount, obviously for both sides. Get your cross member, and then bushings and hardware for mounting everything. This right here is going to represent your boxed frame rail. And what you're going to do is bolt up your motor mounts to your motor, get it in there with an engine hoist, get it positioned as low, far back as you can, without running into anything. So we're gonna take a little closer look on everything that the kit contains, everything you're gonna get with it. It's a little unfinished, so you can take all your measurements and adapt it to work with whatever you've got going on. We've got our uncut perches here. That's gonna go on your boxed frame rail. We'll go over how to cut that down and make it fit later on. We've got the cross member here. If you take a closer look, and it's just tack welded in. So if you've got to rotate it at all or shorten it, you're gonna be able to do that fairly easily to get your pinion angle right. And then obviously your motor mounts, these are gonna bolt straight to the motor, and these you'll leave alone. Paint them when they're done. So once you've got your engine in the air with your motor mounts on and you're trying to set it up into your engine bay and get everything mocked up, what you're looking for is a 2-degree down angle of the transmission tail shaft going on back to get your pinion angle proper. So you've got your engine hovering in the right place in the engine bay. Get a jack or something to hold up your transmission and make sure you got that angle right. Go ahead and stick a level on it. You want to take your cross member, and what we've done here is we've left them just tack welded so you can cut them off easy and get them changed however you want. Depending on what your project is, you may need to shorten it, get it narrowed down a little bit. You might have to rotate it to get your pinion angle set properly, depending on how your frame rails are looking, what you're working on. So you're gonna wanna make those changes, get it adjusted properly to where you've got that 2-degree down angle, get it tacked up, and then move on to your motor mounts. Once you get your motor mounts bolted up to your motor, you're gonna wanna get it up on a hoist and drop it into your engine bay. And you're gonna wanna mount it as low and as far back as possible without interfering with your firewall or accessories on the frame rails, stuff like that. So you're gonna get those mounted up, drop it into place. You're gonna wanna take your perches here, get some cardboard or some heavy cardstock, whatever you've got laying around, and you're gonna lay them on there and you're gonna trace them out with a Sharpie or a pen and make a stencil. Once you've got it all traced out, what you're gonna do is take your scissors and start cutting it out. Now, some of you guys, your wife would get pretty mad at you if you're using her nice scissors. You got kids, the safety scissors will work just fine. So we can get it knocked out with that too. You don't have to be using these fancy tools. Get your holes, you can lay it up in there. Now you've got your template. Double check it. Pretty good. So once you get your template done, you're gonna wanna get rid of this, make some room. With your motor all set up in place where you wanna mount it, you're gonna take this and put it up over your motor mount, up against the box frame rail here or your cross member, whatever you're mounting it to. And you're gonna wanna trim it little by little. You can take material away, but you can't add it back on. So err on the side of leaving too much. So once you've got everything mocked up with your stencil, the motor in up against the frame rails, you're gonna take your stencil, you know, wherever you might have cut it. Let's say it was an easy one. And you just need to be about that long. Take your stencil, lay it over your motor mount, give yourself 1/4 inch or so, enough to work with. You gotta shave it down. You want a real tight fit. Draw your line, cut your perch, tack it on, make sure everything fits well, trimming as you need, and then go ahead and, you know, buzz it all together, weld that thing up. Go ahead and paint your stuff and you're good to go, ready to rock. Mount it in there and have some fun. Once you've got your motor mounts all done and you've got the cross member all done, everything's sitting how you want with that 2-degree down angle, you're gonna wanna go ahead and run a bead all the way around everything, get it all welded up proper, and then you're good to go. Pull everything off, get it painted. So now that we've given you a walkthrough of our universal Coyote swap kit, you can visit our website at Fat Fender Garage. You can find it on eBay. It's gonna be for sale. The entire kit is gonna run you $575, free shipping. If you want just the motor mounts with your bag of hardware and your bushings, that's gonna run you $375. And if you want just a cross member with the cross member hardware, no motor mounts, that's gonna run you $220. Go ahead and visit the description below. We're gonna have a link to our website where you can purchase it. Give us a shout if you got any questions, 480-621-6072.
Pierce is doing a pretty good job, right? I think he's doing a good job.
Thank you, thanks.
Sometimes you get tired of seeing me, but here we are, back in it, because, you know, hopefully he's explained this to you pretty well. It's not that hard, mostly just take time to mock up. Pretty much you can make this work in just about anything if you just adapt it. Check this out, go to the Fat Fender Garage and buy this now. If you've got any kind of a Coyote, you're trying to put it in any kind of a vehicle, you can actually... Have you met my friend Pierce here? Single and ready to mingle. He's ticklish. He's ticklish.
Hey, he is right though, so give me a call. 480-621-6072. Ask for Pierce. We gotta redo it. I just did it wrong. Turn that off. I'm trying to make a video. I was gonna hit it in one take. Oh.
Don't go limp.
Bro, don't you got some work to do?
Not right now.
See if we can get the shop kid to clean this up. I ain't cleaning this up. I can't wait to see how bad these people murder me in the comments.
Buy it.
You can add material, but you can't take it away, Brett. Did you know that? So what we have here is a rare subspecies of the motor mount kit I'm gonna put my protection on. Now this may be slightly different than your application. In here, you can see the perch welded, in this case, to a plate. You might just use the box frame rail. That's up to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.